Good evening. I'm Annie Thompson, and tonight on the U.S. Crime Line, we bring you two chilling cases that have gripped communities and left families searching for answers. Our first case takes us to upstate New York, where the search for a missing young woman uncovered a trail of tragedy, deception, and a grim discovery in the woods south of Albany. It began with a jogger who, on one of his regular runs, was drawn to a foul odor. Beneath fallen branches, he stumbled upon a shallow grave, a place where death had silently rested. The remains were those of Shelby Countermind, a 23-year-old woman who had vanished without a trace. Shelby was not just another missing person. She was a daughter, a sister, a niece, a free spirit with distinctive tattoos and a fierce sense of self. But behind the beauty and art lay a battle with heroin addiction, a struggle that had led her down dangerous paths. Her mother, Lori, remembers her as an angel, but one who had fallen prey to the harsh realities of addiction. Shelby was last seen leaving her home on a snowy night, getting into her boyfriend's car, the man she trusted. Days turned into weeks with no sign of her, and then came the devastating confirmation. Her body was found in that shallow grave, hidden away on Water Department property near the Hudson River. The coroner's report revealed the horror. Blunt force trauma to the face, broken jaws, shattered chin, and signs of severe violence. The man connected to her last moments was Edward Merrill, a towering figure at 6'8" and 400 pounds, a worker in the city's sewer department. He was described by acquaintances as a big teddy bear, but the evidence painted a far darker picture. Edward had already been linked to another suspicious death, a house fire that claimed the life of his roommate, Megan Cunningham. Initially ruled an accident, investigators reopened the case when they discovered Megan had died before the fire. Edward's interrogation was intense. He admitted knowing Shelby and meeting with her several times, but insisted he didn't kill her. He told detectives that Shelby left his house alive, high on heroin, after he asked her to leave when he saw her snorting drugs off a picture frame. But his story had gaps and inconsistencies. His cell phone records showed strange patterns on the day Shelby disappeared, and co-workers recalled him bragging about how to dispose of a body. In the interrogation room, Edward broke down in tears, but those tears couldn't erase the mounting evidence. His knowledge of Shelby's identity before it was made public raised alarm bells. A grand jury indicted him on charges of second-degree murder for both Shelby and Megan, as well as tampering with evidence. The two cases were combined into one trial, a move that Edward's defense attorney later claimed was prejudicial. The jury didn't hesitate. He was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to 50 years to life in prison. At sentencing, Lori delivered a powerful victim impact statement, calling Edward a predator who preyed on vulnerable women. Edward's brief claim of innocence in court only deepened the pain for those left behind. Shelby's mother still carries the weight of loss, unable to find peace. Her daughter's remains were cremated and brought home, not buried in the earth she once walked. The scars of this case will linger, but justice, at last, has been served. From the cold forests of New York to the humid woods of Mississippi, our next story centers on the mysterious disappearance of 27-year-old Skyler Burnley. One summer night in Pearl, Mississippi, Skyler set out to spend time with friends, including an acquaintance named Travis Brewer. What happened next has baffled local law enforcement and left a community searching for answers. Travis called 911 in the early hours of a Saturday to report his truck stolen, and more alarmingly, that Skyler was missing. According to Travis, both he and Skyler went into the woods to track down the truck using an app on Skyler's phone. But when deputies found the phone, it was nowhere near the woods. In fact, it was just feet from Travis's own home. Despite an exhaustive search covering nearly 400 acres, involving deputies, search dogs, ATVs, and helicopters equipped with heat-sensing technology, Skyler remained missing. No signs of a struggle, no blood, no clues. His family clung to hope, but days passed with no word. Investigators quickly grew suspicious. Travis and his common-law wife, Amanda, were brought in for questioning. Both admitted to drug use on the day Skyler disappeared, and a polygraph test suggested Travis was not truthful about his knowledge of the events. Amanda showed no signs of deception. Further digging revealed that the story Travis told didn't add up. The phone tracking, the location of the truck, even a note Travis left on a door expressing worry about Skyler, all raised questions. The local sheriff publicly stated he believed foul play was involved and named Travis as a prime suspect, though no charges have been filed. Skyler's family describes him as a likable man who struggled with addiction but had no known enemies. The possibility of gang involvement, drug deals gone wrong, and betrayal by those closest to him has cast a shadow over the case. Security footage shows Skyler, Travis, and Amanda together at a local store shortly before heading into the woods, but what happened after remains a mystery. The sheriff believes someone ordered Travis to take Skyler into the woods, but the identity and motive remain unknown. Skyler's mother holds on to hope for answers and closure. The community has offered a $20,000 reward for information leading to his whereabouts, urging anyone with knowledge to come forward. These two cases remind us of the fragile line between trust and betrayal, and the devastating impact when that line is crossed. From the quiet streets of Albany to the dense woods of Mississippi, the search for truth continues, and the U.S. Crime Line will keep bringing you these stories until justice is served. Thank you for joining me, Annie Thompson, on the U.S. Crime Line. Stay safe, and good night.